It's kind of rickety. How about now? There, that's good. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's Friday. I know some of y'all is like, I don't care about Friday, but happy Friday. Happy Friday. While I'm waiting on y'all, I'll go ahead and put up my Instagram post for this morning. It's late, but it's going up. Furthermore, I know that I'm late, so I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys did not show up, but that's okay because I'll talk to myself when there is no one to talk to. People ask me why I do what I do. Like literally, you are missing out if you aren't following me on Instagram for these good old morning inspirations. Great morning to you and you. And granted, it's probably afternoon for some of y'all, but it's still morning on the West Coast. Okay, look at that bump. Oh, that's crazy. This is what happens when you're at home and you get lazy. You don't do your full face wash routine. Baby, hey, Miss Ronnie, nice to see you this morning. How are you this morning? Hey, girl. Hey. And get my life. Okay, listen. Let me just let me do some. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I love you in real life. I'll be actually real good. Monday. Yesterday wasn't a productive work day. I did a couple things, but it wasn't as productive as I would have liked it to be. So today will be a lot more productive than normal. Um, how about you? How are you today? How's things going with you? I'm so glad you came on and made it on in the room too. It's kind of chilly in here this morning. I mean, I still got on my pajamas, okay? Like, I don't, some days I get dressed right away, and some days I'm all like, for what? This hair. I love a good braid, but I don't know why I always do this to myself. Let me trying to make it so it don't there. I don't know why I always seem to do this to myself. I always make myself look kind of boyish. Good morning, D. How are you? Me and one of my girlfriends were talking about it, and at the rate things are going with people not staying in, you're fine. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. That way you're not out there because at the rate things are going, if people don't stay home and stay safer and abide by the rules, then it becomes a bigger issue. If people would just do what they're supposed to, and if people would remind other people in your household who want to constantly go outside, hey, stay in the house. This is how things are progressing, and not we're not changing. I'm sure you're not looking a whole food, maybe a slight food. I mean, listen, the one thing I know for sure is that I'm gonna go ahead and throw me a bun up in this hair when I take these braids down. However, braiders are still doing hair. Some of the braiders who braid from home still do hair, so that's a thing. Cause otherwise, I'd be looking a whole food too, probably. I don't know. I got wigs on buns, on crochet braiding hair that I would figure it out. From braiding hair, child, I would be on YouTube every YouTube channel possible, trying to figure out what I could do with the hair I got. I got some weave hair up in there. I used to do my own hair, like my own weaves and shit like that. But I do a lot of my own style, a lot of my own styling when I get my hair done, or when I do my hair, whatever. Anyway, so we're 2 weeks in. I'm going to be off until Tuesday after I log off today. Oh, that's good. Is it like vacation time, or is it, job said so time? Like next week, my son is on spring break. You know what I want to say? I work for a really amazing company who has made a lot of provisions for us. Oh, that's right, because your birthday is Monday. That is right. Your birthday is Monday. Um, who made a lot of provisions for us, one including they are allowing 10 days off for parents with children who have issue with childcare. Now, if you're able to telework from home, you don't have that problem. But there are some people like customer service who do, have to be there because we are an essential company. The company I work for is an essential company. Fortunately, I no longer work in one of those essential job positions. My heart goes out to them. But they, like, customer service has to be on the phone and available for our customers. Um, Now I think it's far and few between. Like, they don't have as many people. Why do my hands look so old? All that extra washing. I've been putting lotion on. Lord, me and my little slight ADHD I be having. Oh, it's a squirrel. They have made provisions, for people to telework. They give 10 additional days to your, like, sick time and your vacation time, specifically for this situation. They both are taking classes online. Well, that's great to know. I think all of the kids here are taking classes online. One of my peers that I absolutely love, he, is in his feelings a bit because, you get to this point, his child is a senior in college, and now you start to fear, are they going to be able to have all these senior activities, grad night and senior prom and walk across the stage? You do all this work to get them there, and then you don't have the gratification of them walking across the stage. So I don't know if that's your issue, D, if you feel like that, because honestly, one of my homegirls was like, I'm glad all that money I don't have to spend. Oh, who texted me? Anybody? Oh, yeah, somebody. I don't care about that person. For my single people, because oh, wait, let me back up. Let's rewind. Anybody who watches my Married at First Sight reviews, it is currently rendering, and so it should be up soon. As soon as it finishes rendering, hey, T, hey! As soon as it finishes rendering, it will be uploaded. It will be posted. As you come back in, as you come in, don't forget to hit the like button. As you come in, just hit the thumbs up button. That goes for all y'all because you like me and I know it's real. That's my little tagline at the end. I'm sure he's not like, you wait a long time. When you're a freshman, all you think is, I can't wait till I'm a senior so I can go to senior prom. I can have senior ditch day. I can go to grad night. I can't wait to get out of here. That whole thing, as soon as you get to become a senior, it's like you the big man on campus, and now who are you? I'm speaking for myself. Hey, sis. Hey, the thumbs up is on the side right there, like underneath. Like, y'all help her, because I haven't been on the live, but it's right there. It's a thumb. Like, it's the subscribe button, it's the notification bell, and it's the thumbs up. I'm sitting here looking at my little nook right here, and my intent is to open this up, like not open it up. I am gonna knock this wall down when I get a chance to, but I'm gonna not open it up, but fill this in. It used to be all my china. Now I'm gonna make it like cute, since this is where I have to sit for working. Some books and some stuff. I keep looking at it and it's bothering me because it's bare. Okay, so a couple announcements, and then I have a topic that I want to actually kind of talk on, especially since the majority of the women that come in are single women. And hell, you could be married and still relate to this topic. But couple announcements. If you follow me on Instagram and you don't have anything to do at 11 o'clock today, my girlfriend, who is going to be a guest soon on my podcast, Keyshawn Rains, is a yoga instructor, is a wellness instructor, is a wholeness instructor, lifestyle coach, excuse me. And so she is doing guided meditation today at 11 o'clock. And honestly, every time I do it, I always feel a little more grounded, a little more centered. So if you're feeling a little chaotic, I recommend you go. It's 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'm going to get off of here probably at 11. So we won't have a full hour, but I will get off of here at 11 so that we can participate if you want to. I have tagged her in my Insta stories at I am Talisa Ray, but her name is Keyshawn Rains, Keisean Rains, Raines. Just that plain, no underscore, no dollar signs, no nothing, just that, Keyshawn Rains. And then secondly, if you want a good workout, her sister Karma Rains, when she used to do this class, I used to go, it was on Fridays, and it's called Booty Pop. Okay, listen, it's just what it says, booty pop. So it is at 3:30 today. I've also tagged her, and her name is spelled Karma and then Rains. I am Karma Rains. It's a really good workout, a really fun class. Like the first half is like strength training, like regular squats and push-ups, and then there is some little bit of choreography like in the warm-up, and then the second half is an actual class, like an actual, not an actual class, but an actual like because it's all a class, but an actual routine. I think I'm saying choreographed dance with a lot of booty popping in it. So I'm excited about that. I really enjoy that class, even though I never get the routines right. But I do enjoy it. It's a good burn. So if you can do it, then I recommend you join me this afternoon for both, because I'm going to do both. Anyway, so now, oh, I got messages. Oh, I thought I had messages. It's the same message I saw earlier. So I wanted to see how my single people were doing. The ones that are single and by themselves. What I realized, this is what my topic this week should have been about on my podcast, which still may be in the future as a future podcast. But being alone, being single and alone, how are you coping? And what made me think about it is, okay, so I'm not really alone. I got these two boys, but when I speak alone, I think without companionship, without, a spouse or a mate or a boo or a bae in the house. How are you faring, and what are you doing? And this is why I thought about it. When I had the flu, I don't know, I told y'all a couple days ago that my late husband used to take really good care of me when I was sick, like really good care of me. I didn't have to do nothing, okay? It was one thing he was good at, and that was taking care of me while I was sick. And so at one point, my spirit was a little heavy because I just wanted somebody there who was going to rub my booty, and that's it. Like, that would have made me feel better for them to literally rub my booty. And I had a moment of, like, missing having a spouse, missing having someone like that to care for me. Granted, like I told you, my son, he took great care of me, made sure that I was, not on my deathbed and that I had everything that I needed. But there was that one component that I kind of missed. And maybe it's because I've had it, I've experienced it. I'm not sure. Now, granted, of course, I've worked through it, right? But it's still a soft spot for a lot of people. And I'm wondering if any of you can relate. I mean, it's only, a handful of us on here this morning, less than a handful of us on here this morning. But I'm wondering if any of you can relate, and I'm wondering how you're coping and how you're dealing with that. What is your mechanism? I mean, I was on the phone with my homegirl the other day, and you know how you get bored and you start revisiting just your life. And we got to this one part about, like, the best sex you've ever had, you know what I'm saying, or really good sex. And we both were like, damn, like, we I mean, let's be honest. Every one of us can make a phone call, but do you want to make that phone call? Is that the phone call you want to make? Because not only is it just the sex, it's the affection behind it, it's the intimacy, it's the caring, it's the concern. Nobody just wants to be fucked on. Maybe porn stars, I don't know. But most people, the average woman, does not just want to be fucked on. We want some affection. So I'm just curious, I mean, how you guys are holding up if you're single. Y'all not single? I know my sister, I don't know if she's still in here. She ain't single. So, and then in that next breath, though, on the flip side, it'll get on your nerves. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I don't have me talking to myself. I mean, not that I have a problem with it, because I will. I just feel for people who don't know how to be by themselves, who don't know how to come out of, yeah, I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. I have other things to occupy my time and my mind. I can find other things to do so that I don't dwell on being alone and not having a mate. Because a lot of women want to be in relationships. Not all of us, but a lot of women do. And right now, being by yourself can send you into one of those spirals like, well, what's wrong with me? Why don't I have anybody? And then you start going, well, it's because all black men are gay and blah, 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 blah. She said, I just linked up with my ex last week after not being with any man for 4 years. Isn't that something? Like, there's a time that comes in your life that you're like, well, let me just do something for do something's sake. I mean, is that something that's beneficial to you, Dr. D. Lord? D, is that something that is something beneficial for you? Do you feel like it was worth it? Is it something you're going to continue? Are you guys revisiting a relationship? Like, or was it just because pressure bust pipes and your pipes was about to burst? Like, come on, somebody, you might have needed a little plumbing. I feel you. It's the same for me. This is really making me realize that I want to be in a relationship. Yeah, Miss Ronnie, we've had this conversation about wanting to be, because that's also a thing. Sometimes I teeter-totter. Sometimes I want to be in one, and sometimes I don't. And right now, I'm still in the place where I'm not sure what I want out, not out of a relationship, but if I really want to be in a relationship, because I'm not acting like a woman that wants to be in a committed relationship. I'm not setting any expectations and boundaries with these men that I'm dating. Like, I've got one that's texting me right now, that I met, and I'm just not interested in, and he's like, thinks I'm the sun, the moon, and the stars rise and set with me, child. You would think that I'd be jumping right on there, but I'm not. I'm not. And is it because I'm not, like, really attracted to him? Is it because he said a few things that might have turned me off and now I'm all shut off to him? Could be a combination of things, but it's a real feeling that we all have. I really feel like men probably are having this feeling too. Okay, Miss Ronnie, you want to get honest about it. I went to my hometown. It was just pressure, but I noticed all of the stuff being due to get it. I wanted to leave right after it was done, but it was good. Yeah, so that means that you just were doing something to be doing something, especially if you wanted to leave right after. You were probably feeling like, why did I do this? Okay, Miss Ronnie. So I met this guy out. Oh, yeah. It's gone. 4 years, baby, it's gone. And that's what makes sex the best thing, right? That emotional connection, that chemistry, that intimacy that you have with them. And then you've grown. 4 years is a long time, and you've grown quite a bit since last you saw him. So let me tell you about the guy I met, Ms. Ronnie, because you asked me what's wrong with him. So when I met him, honey, I was fly. I went out, I was fly. I had a lot of people hollering at me. This man, literally, my homegirl was like, there's the weirdo again. Like, he's over there. He was following me around the club, like, watching me. Like, I could be on one end, and he was on the other end. If I turned my head too fast, he'd be in my eyesight. Later, he walked us to the car and stuff. We took an Uber. But later, he was like, I just was trying to be in a space where, hoping that you would just come and talk to me more and spend more time with me. And I thought, I was like, well, that's a little weird and a little stalkerish. But I mean, I was giving him a shot, because I was like, I am like the shit. Like, I am her. Like, she is me. And then, so he was like, well, can we go to have breakfast? So I met him at this place called The Pantry here in downtown LA. That's 24 hours. And so, I mean, because he's tall and he's not ugly, right? He's not an unattractive man. He's, he works. He's got a different job. He's got a decent job. So I meet him, right? We go and we sit and we talk. And there were some things that kind of turned me off. One of which was, he had said to me something to the effect of, we were talking about, dating and shit. And he was like, my problem is that women always want something. They always asking for something. Like, they're asking me, can I do this or can I do that? Of course, my response to him was, well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with a woman asking you for some assistance, especially if you have it and she needs the help? I mean, you're not hesitating to ask her for sex. Of course, he was taken aback by my response, but I'm not saying that you have to pay for it, but I am saying, if she needs help and you are in a relationship or you're building something with her, if it is within your means to help her, why wouldn't you? Why would you think he was like, well, I just feel like they use me? Well, women feel like we get used too all the time. So I'm not understanding. So that kind of took me aback. And I also said to him, I'm not understanding what the point of you saying this to me right now, because I'm not asking you for no money. Does it look like I'm the kind of woman that is kept and needs help being maintained? Now I welcome the help. If you want to help me sustain what you see in front of me with hair and nails and taking me out and my waxes and all that, if it's some things that you like, then by all means assist me. But I'm not no, I asked him if he meant that the women that he's not building with ask him for stuff, and he said no. He was talking about women in general, the ones that it wasn't building stuff and the ones he was building stuff with. And so I just didn't see no problem personally if you fucking and sucking on them and they doing the same. If they asking you to help them out, if it's not frequent, if it doesn't, if it isn't cumbersome, then I don't see why not. If you're going over to their house all the time, I don't see why not. Because in order for you to come over, they've got to cook, the lights got to be on. It's a lot of shit that has to happen. I also feel like no man should ever come to a woman's house empty-handed, whether that be with flowers, with some seasoning, with some dinner, with something for the kids. I've been told that by a man before. I was turned off too. Like and quite possibly I might have been turned off because of the simple fact that I don't ask anybody for nothing. My friends, one in particular, say I appear to be a woman that doesn't need help, where I can use some help. Now I've got it under control. Like I can sustain us. But for my little extra stuff, I could use some help. I could use some help getting my lashes. I don't even wear individuals anymore because it became too expensive. I only wear strips, which I put on last night for my video. I get it seems like he's made a general assumption. He has, and I really feel like his assumption was based on looking at me, and that he felt that maybe I was high maintenance. And listen, if I appear to be out of your league, if you feel like you will not be able to help me or whatever, if you feel like that, then you should leave me the fuck alone. Why are you even trying to talk to me? I'm outside of your scope. I'm outside of your wheelhouse, especially if you feel like I'm gonna need you to help me maintain what you see in front of you. I'm just saying. The second thing that he said to me that I did not like was we were talking and I had asked him how old he was, and I think he said he was 44. I'm 43. I don't have a problem with saying I'm 43. And I was like, oh, we're about the same age. And he was like, oh, well, how old are you? And I said, I'm 43. And he was like, oh, I didn't realize you were that old. What? He said, I thought you were like in your 30s, like the early 30s. No more than 35. And I was like, well, I'm going to take that as a compliment, but it's also a little bit like, oh, I didn't know you was that old. Nigga, what? Have you lost your fucking mind? You didn't know I was that old. All you had to do was say, oh, I thought you were about 35. Like, I thought you were, in your 30s. And part of it, I thought, too, maybe I made him uncomfortable because I'm confident and I do carry a certain air about me. And I'm looking at you like, while we're talking, especially when I'm getting to know you, I'm laughing and I'm smiling, but I'm not backing down from questions that I have that I want to ask. And so I said that. I imagine he wants to mess with younger women. That's what I imagine, that maybe, and in your 30s is fine. He's 44, but, a lot of these men like these younger women that they feel like they can control or tell what to do. Oh, see, now it makes a lot of sense, quite possibly. Because I did say, when he said that, that ain't even the half of it, okay? So after I said that, he was like, no, I was just saying because a lot of women in their 40s don't keep themselves up. I said, well, insult to injury. He was speaking of your lady parts that he dealt with. I said, excuse me? I said, I don't don't know who these women are that you are dealing with, but I'm gonna just be honest with you. They the wrong women. I don't know any woman of any age, even if they don't wax, they all keep themselves trimmed and neat. At least the ones that I know, even if they're not waxing, then they make sure it's together. And you're right, D. It is the other way around. Men in their 40s a lot of times don't take care of their male parts. You be looking like, I know you're not trying to get me to go down on what is all of that? And so, number one, why would you feel comfortable on our first date, because we're at the pantry, it's considered a date. Why would you feel like it was necessary for you to say something on our first date about that? Like you would even get the opportunity to get into my goodie box, to get to the cookies of deliciousness, of warmth, you know what I'm saying, and softness. Why would you even feel like you already gonna get there? That's number one. Number two, you've insulted every 40-year-old woman I know, 40 and above, only to turn around and say you've dated one woman in her 40s and she was not kept. So you have just judged every 40-year-old woman or 40 and above of one person that you dated that was in her 40s. And so that was a turnoff. Okay? Here's another thing. Here's one. I got one more. Like if he could not keep putting his head in the ground and tripping, right? He had one more because he thought I was young. He thought I was young. What that mean? Like, once I told him that I was 40, he should not have made, in my 40s, he should not have made that comment. He should have said nothing about that until at least later, or if we even make it to later. Like, he's still texting me. I don't respond. He likes to talk on the phone. I like to talk on the phone, but I know that I don't like you, so that's why I'm not talking on the phone with you. Oh, is that what he thought? Is that what he thought? Because, girl, he wasn't going to hit this, okay? I'll be 41, and I've talked to all my kids about the importance of grooming everything. Child, even if, I know the hair is there for a purpose, and, that's what they say. But hair keeps smells and scents. So a lot of women who don't, they at least trim it way the fuck down, and they shave their bikini area. I got a girlfriend who every time I say I'm getting waxed, she always say, you getting what? I say, you don't wax? And she was like, no, but I keep it neat and trimmed. I was like, oh, okay. That's all I got. I agree, but he thought he was going to buy you breakfast and get some nookie. Listen, he might have thought it because he thought I was super cute. Let me see. I was super cute, and maybe he thought I was that kind of girl. I mean, I used to be that kind of girl, but I'm not that kind of girl, okay? Well, sometimes. But it's been a long time since I've been that kind of girl, is my point. Let's see. Let me see if I can find just one little photo of me that evening. Okay, this is me with some friends, but there I am in like this little two-piece, but it was, when I tell you I was hot, let me see. Y'all don't even know how cute I felt. Like, can nobody tell me nothing? Booty was banging. Listen, I was looking like, okay. So I might have looked like, he might have thought that I was with them shenanigans, and I was not. Like, I don't like you enough, and I'm not drunk enough for any of that. Let me see. I was trying to see if I had one more. Yeah, I thought I was cute. Y'all don't even understand how cute I thought I was. Like, I was really feeling myself. Well, I wasn't looking nothing like this. Even though if I had to go out tomorrow, if they said we out of self-isolation and we go out and I went out, honey, understand that I would get all of these nappy braids and everything together, some good lay down conditioner and some tie down, honey. These fuzzes would be gone. I'd be all of that. Anyway, so he said one more thing. So, and I just don't understand why he felt it necessary to have this conversation with me. He said to me, I'm trying to remember how he said it, but it was like, if I ask a woman out, like if I ask a woman out, I'm gonna pay, right? I was like, oh yeah, right. He was like, but in that same regards, if she says she want to do something, I expect her to pay. I said, oh, so y'all been dating? He's like, yeah, we've been dating, and we done took her out a couple times. And a movie come out, and she says she want to see this movie. I'm expecting her to pay because she's the one that said she wanted to go to that movie and she wanted to see that movie. Oh, oh, oh. And here again, I'm old school. I'm expecting you to pay. Not that I'm not going to pay ever. Not that I'm not going to take the bill and say, babe, let me pay this time. Not that I'm never going to say, I bought us some tickets to go see this or to go and do this. You've been so good. Not that any of that won't happen. But the fact that and they say the men on the East Coast are way better than the men on the West Coast, okay? He's just striking out left and right. Yes, girl, he has no clue how bad he's striking out. I said to him, I said, well, that don't make no sense to me. I wanted to say, what your mama teach you? Because my sons, I want them to understand that if you're going to go out with a girl, you have to pay. My oldest son, he ain't working and stuff, so sometimes it's hard. I always feel like, well, don't ask them out. Because it's not Dutch, especially if you like them, especially, and if they want to pay, fine, but that's not a requirement. Like, you don't expect them to pay. Period. If you go out with them, if they say, I want to go to the movies, they say, okay, babe, I'm going to take you to the movies. Pay for the movies. Okay, babe, we can go see it. Fine, when the movie comes, this one, when are you available? And go see it. Or I've seen this new restaurant and I want to try this restaurant. Or, some stuff, like if I had said I wanted to go see some concert in the park, I might pay. But or because I did say that. But the way most women will do it is there's so and so Boney James is gonna be at this and so park on this day, and you leave it alone in hopes that he say, do you want to go see him? I mean, I just he was striking out with me, and I said to him, I don't know. This is when I again, because I said it once about the hair, and then I'm saying it again. I don't know what kind of women that you deal. Actually, I think I said it each time. I don't know what kind of women that you deal with, but women of my caliber are expecting you to pay for dates. We aren't expecting you to feel like because we say we want you to take us to the movies that we're going to pay. We're saying we want you to take us to the movies, meaning we want you to pay. Not to say that I'm not going to pay. Not to say that I'm not going to buy the tickets and I'm not going to pay for dinner. But don't the way I was brought up. Nobody is really obligated to do either. If you want to go Dutch, then you make that known straight away. Furthermore, I was just like, I'm not understanding the point of this. Is this so that you can get this clear and out in the open now? Like, is that what we doing? Help me understand it. And then I went on to say, because listen, if it's a problem, don't worry. I can pay for my own little $12 breakfast. I don't need you to pay for my breakfast. And he immediately, because he saw that my whole demeanor just kind of changed, and I was like turned off, because it wasn't just one thing. It was several things. So he then began to apologize profusely to me about his thought process. He began to just apologize for the things that he was saying, and he was like, just give me a chance to show you that I'm a good guy, that I'm this, that I'm that. And that's what he says now. Like, when we come out of self-isolation, please, do you like seafood? Let me take you out. Let me show you. I know I put my foot in my mouth a few times, but let me show you that that's not who I am. And I'm just looking like, I don't think I want to go out with you again. What else are we going to have a problem with? Am I protecting us too? Like, I protect my family, so I can protect us, but let me know now. Do I need to come strapped? Do I need to have mace? Do I need to have my knife? Do I need to be strapped? Like, am I going to have to protect us if somebody run up on us? Like, that's how I'm feeling. Hey, beloved, let me see. Let me go back. D said, I've asked guys who said shit like that, if you've constantly been through these things with women, why are you waiting until you get to me to complain? Girl, don't wait till you get to me. Hey, beloved, let's see. If you want to go Dutch, I will go Dutch with one of my girlfriends because if I go with Dutch with a guy, he's still gonna want sex, girl, and that is not gonna happen. If we going Dutch, exactly. And even with my girlfriends, we take turns paying. Oh, I got the bill, or how much is the bill? We'll split it down the middle, like you said. But sometimes I got the whole bill. It's fine. Like if I want to go Dutch, right? I'll hang out with my girlfriends. Cancel Christmas on him. Girl, I'm all like, sometimes I'm too hard on guys. Sometimes my expectations might be um, too exorbitant, I guess. But good morning.
Good morning.
So, and sometimes I feel like, okay, so maybe I'm seeing things wrong. Hey, Lisa. And so my whole thought process around that is, am I wrong? Should I still be trying to give him like a shot? Like, am I being too mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it too much? Should I still be like, okay, well, let me give him enough rope to hang himself with? Exactly. I'm a grown woman. I got things that I like. And like I said, it's not like I'm not well groomed because I groom myself. Like I have a standing appointment. You understand? When I leave one, we make me another appointment. The rest of the conversation was, listen, literally, we probably sat for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And the majority of the conversation was that. Like, it took up a lot of the conversation because I was asking questions and I was baffled and bewildered. And he was trying to explain himself and the situation. Like, I literally went into lifestyle coach mode. Like, why? Why? Where? What? Like, I literally went into that mode, trying to figure out what's wrong with him. Like, why do you feel like that? Like, what makes you, that's the mode I went into, like almost immediately. Um, so the beginning of the conversation was light. It was friendly. I was smiling. He had said to me, like via text message, because I guess he felt that I was on my way out. He was like, I just really want you to know that I really want to see you again and try and set the restart button. I don't know why I said a lot of the things. It's just you're easy to talk to and open up to, and I just felt like we could have those conversations. I get it. A lot of people are comfortable talking to me, because like I said on Wednesday, I'm non-judgmental, right? But you trying to date me. I got expectations. I expect that if we go out for you to pay. Like I said, not that I will never pay. Not that I will never pay, but I'm all like, what is that knocking? I think something getting delivered. Girl, don't test me, honey. I'm not in college. I'm not in high school. Miss Ronnie, at this point where I'm at, I would try to talk to him about some other things to see where he is. I don't know if listen, that's great advice, Miss Ronnie. But once somebody is turned off, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to go. It's hard for me to go and give you another opportunity. And he's kind of weird because sometimes he says shit like, if I ever get the opportunity to be your man, I would show you, that I'm not those things. That I'm not those things. Well, show me before you have that opportunity. Why are you trying to get to know me? Show me that then now. Like, I don't mean to be harsh or anything, like, because I am. I do allow people the opportunity to show me who they are. I do. But like you said, at this point in my life, when I'm done, I'm done. When I'm over it, I'm over it. Like, and at one point, sometimes I date just to be dating. Okay, and I kind of low-key miss Uber referee and all the dates that we were going on. Right. I don't have time to waste, sis. Not at all. But he is that guy. He shared his inner thoughts. Now, I'm gonna give you. You're right. I'm gonna give you that. D. He was very much so vulnerable with me. He was able to share his thoughts and ideas with me. And I'm really glad he was able to do that. What? Where? How you getting there? Shit, where y'all going? Where y'all going? Please close the door on the behind you. What are you looking for? Sorry for the interruption. That's my child. Gets on my nerves. Not, but he's that guy. He shared his inner thought. Not the nice guy. I'm just saying, like, he out the door already, Ro. He already out the door. So I believe that if he's sharing what he's thinking, then that's who he is. Oh, you mean, as in he's not a nice guy? Like if he's sharing those thoughts, that those are exactly who he is. I would agree. And remember, the other day, I don't know how many of you were in here, but I do also believe that people make adjustments when they need to, when they feel like it's something that they want. And so I always tell people that, you're looking at my outward appearance and you're basing how you feel about me in our first conversations, and you think that I'm this wonderful person, this understanding person. In actuality, I can be a total bitch. So you say how much you like me now, but you have no clue on what liking me entails. And I want someone who likes me in my entirety. Now, granted, I have grown immensely, but nonetheless, I will have moments where I'm going to flash out. As Greg used to say, I used to flash, and I probably will have moments that I flash. You're never late, Jazzy. I will have moments when I flash. And honestly, I need somebody who's going to understand it. And actually, I need somebody who's going to see the flash coming and leave me the fuck alone. Like, oh, let me see. Let me see here. No, I get none of us have time to waste, but every man we meet don't have to be our potential boyfriend or future husband, because he's trying to change up when he saw you were turned off. So that was why I was asking if you would be willing to see what his conversation is like. Oh, now, Ms. Ronnie, now you know damn well that I know that every man is not my potential husband or my potential boyfriend. You know that. And that's how come it's easy for me to cut you off, because I can see already in this conversation, just that alone, because of the way my belief system is set up. It is God, it is man, it is wife, it is children. And I didn't get you. That was out of love. And the fact of the matter is, him saying that tells me that he is not operating in that same scope. He doesn't believe it's God, man, that man provides and protects. Like, hey, love, he doesn't believe that God provides that men provide and protects. And I know that this society now feels like that's not the role of a man, or that it's, women can provide. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can do it together. But yes, baby, we do keep it all the way 100. Everybody needs friends and sisters like that. Yes, ma'am. I just feel like, listening to him, and if that is his first inclination, those are the things that he feels necessary to say to me, then I also feel like that's who he is, and we don't follow the same belief system. Even though in his next breath he was saying that his mother taught him that he should care for, his wife. And granted, we're just dating, right? Granted, we're just dating and getting to know one another, but that's how you find out about people. And I don't want to waste my time with someone who is not aligned with the way that I think. I don't want to align myself with that. When he said that if someone needs help, he get tired of women asking him for money. If I needed some help with something because it was going to be cut off, or I couldn't pay my car note, which that is not ever going to happen. But I mean, you can never say never, but the way I'm set up and the way I hustle and grind, I wouldn't ask him for that. I don't want nobody to be trying to claim and stake claim on some shit that I got because you gave me a little money. But the fact of the matter is, if I get into a bind, you're telling me I can't. If you come over and you see that there's a past due pink notice, you're not going to take notice and be like, my girl is in trouble and I need to help her. Like, let me find out what the deal is. If you see that I'm riding around and I got tags that say 2019 and they need to say 2020, you're not asking me about it. It's a problem. Don't turn a blind eye to what was presented to me. See, I won't. If he's stingy that way, he's stingy elsewhere. Girl, listen. Now, one thing, listen. I am a generous, loyal lover. And you is not doing nothing but telling the truth. Now, I ain't want to get no man no money, okay? I'm not. But I am one to support you. If we're in a marriage, then that's something different. But I am going to support you. I am going to see what ways I can help relieve the stress for you. If it's that, you in a bind and, you eating bologna sandwiches every day, well, babe, I'm cooking. I'm going to figure out how I can provide some assistance in the way that a woman should be providing assistance. Now, granted, a lot of people don't agree with this. They feel like if a man could give you some money, a woman could give you some money too. If we've been together and I've seen that you value me and you really care for me and you not, because it's easier for a woman to get taken advantage of than it is for a man. By nature, women are giving. We're caring. It ain't till these few years that all y'all want to be savage. I'm not savage. I want somebody to love me. I want somebody to care for me. I'm not savage. I'm not trying to be out here breaking niggas' hearts. When Hot Girl Summer was here, I'm a hot girl, period. So I don't just need the summer. Like, I'm not trying to, what was the City Girls things? I don't know, fuck niggas. No, that's not me. I'm not that girl. Of course, I'm more mature. I'm in my 40s. These are young girls in their 20s who don't have nobody showing them that, hey, little sis, eventually you're going to want a relationship. Eventually you're going to want, someone to care for you. Hey, little sis. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really feel like somehow, somewhere, we kind of got it twisted and convoluted and entangled and jacked up because, give a fuck about a nigga. That's what it is. That's what they say. No, I give a fuck. I give a fuck about their well-being. I give a fuck about how they treat me. I give a fuck about, who I'm with. Like, listen, I'm not finna pretend like that's who I am. I'm not a savage. I'm not ruthless. I'm not a savage. Honey, I'm a softie. I'm a woman. And I want to have a place that I feel secure with my spouse, with my man, with my love, with my babe, with my boo. I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all, I done talked y'all ears off, and it's 11:01, and meditation is about to start. And so I done got myself all riled up. I'm coming back on Monday. If y'all want me to, I'm coming back on Monday. But I'll be back on Monday. OMG, girl, that Virgo. It is. She is. And that's really innately, that's who Virgo women are. Though we have a hard exterior, we want a soft place to land. We want somewhere where we can take off our shells. You did miss it. It was good, friend. It was good. Listen, okay, good. We do want to come back Monday. Okay, good. We could continue this conversation on Monday. But ultimately, I want a place that I feel safe and secure. Yes, you probably golden vocal cords. Baby, yes! I'm at the practice all weekend. And I just really, really want to feel safe and secure and protected. And so that I can let down this tough, hard exterior that I have. that I can be who I am and love someone and give them all of me. But because it's such a rarity to find somewhere where we feel safe and secure, I mean, I only could talk about me, Kirby. Listen, love, I only could talk about me, and I'm sure that that's the way a lot of people feel, but we don't express that and we don't allow it to happen. And so what happens is we all walk around acting like we savage and we hard and we can handle anything. I can't. I'm really like Jello in the inside. Anybody who knows me knows that I will cry at the top of a hat, and I might appear like you ain't hurt my feelings, but in the inside, I am fucked up. It is just self-preservation. Y'all will let me keep talking and talking and talking and talking, and we gonna miss this guided meditation. Okay, look, she's live already. She's live. Okay, so I'm gonna go.
Requires my son to come home from school early.
They haven't started yet, but they're talking. So listen,
Right
I love y'all in real life. Listen, I really do. I will see you on Monday, and we could get, we could talk about this more. I mean, if y'all got some questions and stuff y'all want to talk about, bring it on Monday. I mean, I'm going to still be teleworking, so I'm going to still be able to come on here and talk to you. The moment that stops, it'll be, I'm going back to work. Keyshawn Rains is live. If you go, I don't know if you're on Instagram, Roy, but she does guided meditation. Ooh, beloved. Beloved. Talk about that. We're going to talk about that on Monday because they are. They are. Listen, I love y'all in real life. I want you to have a prosperous weekend. Even though we have to be in the house, enjoy it like it's like we not party. Take you some shots with the kids, give them some apple juice, and you get you some Hennessy or some Remy or something, okay? And take you some shots and party with them kids. They like to dance and stuff. They think mommy's funny anyway, right? I see y'all on Monday.